welcome back, corner customizers, to another customizer corner. And what is in today's customizer corner? Well, it's something that I've already shown you. This is the final result of the painting of the Zeo Red figure, the red Super Megaforce figure that comes with the Zeo Ranger, the Zeo Racer that comes as part of the Zord Builder line for Super Megaforce. For those of you who don't know, the Mystic Dragon, the SPD, SWAT car, and the Zeo Racer each came with a semi-painted figure. Zeo came with red, and the other two came obviously with the Dragon and with the SPD Striker. If you order the toy on Amazon or you find it in a local store, you'll see the figure right there on the box. And it's one of these three guys you basically get. And sadly, there's no Silver Ranger, there's no Robo Knight figure, there's no girls. All you get is these three boys. You get Troy, you get Jake, and you get Noah. Jake's the only one with a gun, while Troy and Noah both hold a sword, though they obviously have different poses and different helmet sculpts. But for the purposes of this, I wanted to show, since they're so very similar in terms of molding, since all you literally get with the figure is, color-specific plastic. In the case of Troy, it's red. In the case of Noah, it's blue. In the case of Jake, it is green. The only part on them painted out of the box is a little bit of the gold leaf on their jacket, a little bit of the actual interior shirt, so that's black, the visor's black, and the chest logo is black, but their helmet logo, not painted. Nothing else is painted. So what I did was I went and took some Testors acrylic paint, and went at the figures. Of course, by the time this is up, you'll have seen the final result of Troy and the build process, the painting process. But as you can see here with Troy, it's surprising what I couldn't obviously do the little leafing in gold because I don't actually have any gold paint. I used tan for his belt here. But you can see the end result, even with just a little bit of paint apps, and even as messy as this was because of some paint bleed through I had, and I don't have paint thinner to clean it up, still, the end result isn't too bad. If just by literally painting the pants black and the cuffs silver, I think you get all you really need out of them. I, of course, spent a little bit extra time and went after the sword. It's not just red plastic for the sword. So let's grab Troy and bring him a bit closer. And if you take a really close look at the sword, you'll see that it's not the most clean of painting, but it does its job, especially from a distance. Especially when you compare Troy here's sword to the actual Super Mega Saber. So, all in all, with spending a few bucks on some paints, and you can get a really nice result even if you have issues. I mean, for a good, 0.75, so 3/4 of an ounce, which is a pretty big bottle. You can get some black paint. That's about maybe $1.75. Same thing for some silver paint. Obviously, you need less of the silver paint. But, of course, the silver paint, you might actually need to use more layers because it doesn't seem to stick quite as well as the black. Then, of course, there's actual black. Well, the black paint you already, the black paint you use for the pants and for the blade. You might also want to do some touch-ups in other places. There's also the silver, obviously for the cuffs, the blade. If you want to paint the icon on the headpiece, you can do that. So you can all do that with your silver paint. So you're now up to about $3. In terms of, obviously I got a big pack of it, so I paint a little bit differently. But if you just want to focus on the individual paints, it would be that. Again, for the same price, you pick up some white for the gloves. Obviously, the gloves are only in white, but that's about the long and short of that. And then if you feel your hand is steady enough for the really small details, you can pick up some gold paint and do the belts and the cuffs and the leafing. But really, the end result is, even with this messy job here, which I'll clean up at some point in the near future when I get some paint thinner, you get a really nice result, especially compared to what the original looks like. Stop falling over there, Noah. So going from straight blue to some color, even just the most basic of colors, if you were literally just do the pants, the cuffs, and the gloves, it would look worlds better. And considering it comes free with a Zord, I really don't see a problem with that. It's a nice little project for you to work on. If you're getting the Zord for your kid, you can give him that and you can hang on to that. I mean, there's tons of things you can do. And the end result isn't all that bad, even when you mess up because you have paint bleeding through your protection tape. So there we go. This is the end result of some very simple painting on the Zeo figure. In the near future, I'll also be working on Noah and, of course, Jake. So stay tuned, Customizer Kitties, for another Customizer Corner and future Customizer Corners, because I still have got 3 more things to break down for Customizer Corner. Hunting Kitai Mobiles. I have 2 versions of that. In the Gaburi Changer. So, I'll see you all in the future. The Customizer Corner. Here on FailTube.